Hello. Say hi. Where are you from? Who's painting with you? If you're watching in the replay, then maybe just post the replay, or just state in there that you're watching the replay. Hello. Hi, Irina. How is everyone doing today? Hey, K-Dog. Welcome back. I said on Friday, see you Tuesday, but I forgot about today. Hi, Doretta. Hello, nice to meet you, watching from Brazil. Hi, Gabriel. And welcome. That is so neat. I think you're the first person that's told me that you're from, or that I've had painting from Brazil. Hi, Patty. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Andrea from Coquitlam, welcome. Hello. I need my water. Hi, Linda. Oh, enjoy the family dinner, Linda. Yes, this one will be posted for a few days, so you can paint it later. Hi, Monique. Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the dads and the moms. I came up a little bit earlier today. Make sure people can find me. I want to show you something. So if you haven't poured paint yet, and you want to do the painting in different colors, here's a blue one. Hi, Tracy. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Here's a blue painting. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to tell you how to do silhouettes like that. An easy way to do it, to have fun with it. Hi, Ron from Victoria, BC. Hello. Hi, Frida. My sister Tracy, me, and my son Ben painting with you today. That's awesome, Sandy. Olivia is from Silverdale, Washington. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm watching myself on my iPad here and watching the time, because sometimes I can talk too much. So I have to have some kind of something to tell me the time and where I am and what everything looks like. Hi, Karen. Welcome back. Karen's from Burnaby. I'm painting just with, I just poured out these three colors right now. So just my yellow, my orange, and my red. And later when I get to the black, then I'll pour out some black. Hi, Sandy. You're welcome, Karen. Someone asked me about the palette I'm using. It's like a book with sheets of paper in it. And it's like a glossy paper, a wax paper. So I use it, sometimes I use it twice, and then when I'm done I tear it out, and then yeah, there's about 30 or 40 in a book when I buy it. Hi Frida, thank you so much for doing today. Tammy, you are most welcome. Penna, oh Penna, she asked, where can I print that silhouette? Most people just print the picture if they want to use that silhouette. But I didn't make, there's no stencil for it. Normally I just show people how to paint it. If you do use a picture, I would just trace the outlines onto the canvas and then just paint it all black. But for this one, I normally just show people how to do those little shapes. But if you print this a little bit bigger to fit onto your canvas, you can just use that and trace it out onto your canvas. Hi, Ella and Jay from Kamloops. Oh, Karen, that's so awesome. It's always so special when you're painting for someone else, right? I have a family that's going to join us in a minute, and they're all painting cards. That's going to go out to a few guys, I think, in their community. So a few kids are getting together and painting cards that will be sent out over the next few weeks, which is pretty neat. Hi Kirsten, thank you for this special session. You are most welcome. I like doing this. Claire, coming at you from the beautiful Kootenay area, thank you for doing this today. We love painting with you. Claire, you are most welcome, and I love that message. Thank you so much. Hi, Sydney. My husband is out of town, so I thought, normally every Father's Day and every Mother's Day, I'm always busy with some kind of event. Anyway, so I thought, well, he's out of town, so I got to do this event, right? I'm attending a live session for the first time. I really enjoy your videos. Thank you for the inspiration. Who's that? Rashmi, you are most welcome. And welcome to a live. It's very different to watching the videos that I posted because you can't pause them and go back or anything like that. But if you're in the live and you missed something, just post a question again. If I missed it, just repost and I'll answer you. And that's Millie from Bellevue. Sign up. Hey, what colors do we need? Well, I have just my yellow, my orange, and a bright red. That's what I have on my palette. And then you need your black. You can have your black too. Hi, Dar. Welcome, welcome. Helga, hello. Rhiannon, thank you for doing this today. You are most welcome. Hi, Joy. Joy is from Abby. Thank you for joining again. Hi from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Oh, Nova Scotia. Hi, Kathy. Sending you and your whole community so much love. Welcome to this session. I don't want to mess up this name, but Kauslea? Oh, I'm sorry. From Calgary, welcome. Crystal says, good afternoon. Hello. Rashmi from Toronto. Vanessa from Edmonton. Hello. Adrian, Alberta. Hi, Ethel. Olivia, can you show us your brushes? Yes, I can. Let me quickly have a look here. Brushes I use is my flat. I use a flat synthetic hair brush. This is a 1-inch. I have my size 12 filbert brush, but if you just have a flat, that's okay too. Hi, Brian from Nanaimo. And I have a size 4 round that I'm using. And Robin from Grandview, Washington. I have a rag over here to wipe my brush. I have a cup with clean water. I am painting on a, oh, is this a 10 by 20? I think this is a 10 by 20 stretch canvas. I decided to do it on a long canvas, but you can do it on anything you want to. We'll talk about where you can position everything. I want to show you the big one for those who missed it. After you've done your sunset one, you can go do like a blue one. Isn't this cute? There's another silhouette one. I'll see this week if I can, or maybe Monday I'll trace out those, I'll make stencils. I normally don't do stencils for this one. There is a stencil for the other one, but I'll try and get those out so you can make those. What brand of brushes do you use? And all use acrylic paints. Oh, I'll tell you in a second. It's cute, right, Alma? I love that one. Hi, Dorothy from Dartmouth. So for black paint today, I'm going to use this one. This is Liquitex Basics. And then my red, my orange is Sax TrueFlow. On my website, if you go to zalisart.com, I actually have a link to it on Amazon where you can get those. So I've been using this for about 6 or 7 years for paint nights, which is really great. And my yellow is also from Basics. Liquitex Basics. Sometimes I also use Artist Loft. This is the Michaels brand, so I also use that one. But for today's painting, I just have the Liquitex and the Sax TrueFlow. I think it's 4 p.m. Is that? It is 4:02. I like to start right on time. Hi Frida, are you posting this for the day so we can do it after dinner? Lisa, I'm actually going to leave it on for a week. So you have a lot of time to do it. So because it's Father's Day and I know that kids are at one house and coming back to the other house and there's all kinds of things happening, I've had a few people ask me if I can keep it up till Tuesday or keep it up a little longer. So I decided that this one can stay until next Sunday. So it will be there for you to paint. So it's all good. Genoviva. I hope I didn't mess up your name. You are most welcome. Hi, Dorothy from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Yay! I love that you guys are. We have Brazil in the house. 4 different provinces. Washington State. Was it? No. Yeah, Washington State. It's wonderful. All right, let's start painting. So I'm going to start off with my big brush. You can wet your brush and then just dunk it into the water. I just wet my brush. And on my paper towel, like the good old days, now that I don't have in-person events anymore, I just use a rag in my studio. So just tap, tap to get most of the water off. And we're going to start off with the background. So we're going to paint the background. This is just a print. It's on top of another canvas. I was teaching people to paint palm trees. We're going to start off with the background here. So don't worry about any of this. We're not sketching anything out. You're going to paint the whole canvas. Right, so we're going to start off with yellow. I'm going to put some yellow down and start painting until about halfway on our canvas, and then we're going to start adding in some colors. So if you're doing blue, then start off with your blue. If you're doing just the sunset colors, then we just jump into the yellow. So I normally start with the yellow. When I pick up paint, I push down with the brush like that. The bristles open up. It goes like that. So it opens up in the paint, and as it closes, it's picking up paint. You want lots because you're going to paint a lot. I never scoop paint, because if you do this and you start painting, it flies everywhere. Okay, take a breath in for those who's a little nervous. And we're just going to start painting. You want to cover this whole area with yellow paint. Big long brush strokes. You can take very little water on your brush to help to spread the paint a little bit. Not too much water, very little. Lots of yellow paint. And what I do is, when I'm painting and the paint doesn't go into the canvas, into all the areas, see over here there's some white dots, I kind of rub the brush to kind of get it in there. Rub it a little harder, and then I just drag it out. Here's some areas where the paint's not getting in, but you can see the paint's really thin. So over there it's quite thick. You want it like it's over here. So really thin, right onto the canvas. You don't need a lot of paint. You just want to spread this out. Oh, Lisa, you are most welcome. Hi, Rena. So push down, pick up more yellow paint, drag it out. Wherever you see it really thick, then just drag it out. You don't need a lot of paint for this one. All right. I'm going to go a little bit lower with my yellow here. Right. Sometimes people tell me to slow down. The reason I move fast is because I'm going to do some blending, and I don't want the yellow to be dry when I do my blending. So I'll give you time to catch up if you're not with me. Alright, so now that I have the yellow down, I'm going to take a little bit of yellow on my brush and a little bit of orange. So I'm going to dunk just the tip of my brush into the orange and start blending in some orange, maybe about halfway down like that. And you'll see the more you move the brush, the more the colors blend together, and less movement, it will be more streaky. So if you like it streaky like that, move on to the next area and leave that right there. But you'll see what happens if I just keep moving the brush. And see how it blends in, and it just changes the color of the yellow. So I'm playing with some orange. I'm going to go a little bit more orange on this side. And right at the top, I think I want to do a little bit of red. See, that's a lot of orange. So I'm going to scoop some of that up here. Put that on that side. And then just blend this in. Keep moving your brush. Lots of brush strokes. If you have too much paint, it might, the one color might overwhelm the other one. Then you'll just use a piece of paper towel or your brush and take some off, and then put on the color that you prefer there. So that's good for orange for me. Maybe a little on this side here. And then I'm going to take some red and blend it in at the top. What kind of paper I can use in case I don't have canvas? I use a mixed media paper is good. I find that watercolor paper just sucks up the acrylic paint too much, but if you can find mixed media paper, that's really good for that. It works well with acrylics. But a good idea is to stick it down. So if you take it out of the book, you can stick it down using painter's tape, and you'd be able to use that. There's a lot of people that paint right inside in a book. And it works great for them. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the photos people are blending, and they just use an ordinary journal. I took a little bit of red on my brush. I'm going to use it right at the top here. When you're putting down a color on top of another color that's wet, I use I use less pressure on the brush. So I'm putting it down, but I'm not pushing hard like I did when I was blending the orange, and the yellow together. So this time I'm working a little bit lighter. I really like a streaky sky when I do this painting, but if you're more into kind of a busy sky, do little crisscross movements. There's no right or wrong. It's your painting. You can have some fun with it. I like that for the sky. I don't know if it changes on the camera, but maybe a little right there. Took a chance because you don't know if it's dry and I go on top with the red, it might just sit there and not blend well, but it blended well, so it's good. I'm good with it. It's all good. So here I'm going to wash my brush. I'm going to pick up some yellow again. And I'm going to do the bottom part. But the bottom part has a lot more streaks in it. See here, a lot more marks in it, different colors. But you're going to go all the way to the bottom. Don't worry about the picture yet. Loads of yellow paint. This time when I do this part, I pick up color real fast and just blend it in. I got some yellow. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow, like that, and then grab a little bit of orange on the other side. I'm going to start blending that or playing with that down here. I turned my brush horizontal like this. I put that down and play with it in here. Certain areas will be lighter and darker, so as the water moves, you'll have patches that are lighter and patches that's darker. So you can just play around like that. And of course, the further you go down, the more red you use. See how I'm just moving my brush? It's literally, hope you can see. So I'm moving my hand like that as I put it down. So the more you move the brush, the more the colors blend. Less movement, it will be more streaky. So if you like it streaky, then stop with the blending. Move on to the next area. I'm going to go a little bit more oranger as I put yellow down, a little darker, and then I'm going to start picking up some red. The reason I hold my brush flat like that is if I use it vertical and push it around, it's much softer and bigger spaces of color. Here I want streaks of color. Very different texture. And that's more of where my water will be. I might lift it up a little bit higher so there's some kind of line. See how I'm just going a little bit higher with the streaks, barely touching with my brush. There's some paint left at the tip there, and I'm just using that. If I want a little bit more paint, I push a little harder so it can reach the paint there. But for now, whatever is on the tip is good enough for me. Let me know how you are doing with your background. And are you breathing? Yes, breathing. Thank you, Sandy. That's good. Can I repeat the bottom step? Yes. So for this one, I first did the yellow, but when I picked up paint, or when I picked it up as normal, the yellow, but then I hold my brush flat like that, instead of turning it like I did the sky, more with the brush vertical. And then I started playing with some yellow, but halfway down I started playing with some orange. And you can see that it's got lots of shades in it. So hold the brush flat so you'll have different lines than to the top. So I'll show you the top. See there? Much smoother. And then down there, it's very streaky and you can see highlights and shadows. You're gonna play between the yellow and the oranges and make it much darker red at the bottom. I'm going to give it a minute to dry a little, and then I want to do a little bit more red at the bottom. I think the red I'm using today is not the same as what I used on that painting. It's a little bit, it's the same brand, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the printing. That makes it look much darker. Oh, and remember to wrap your picture around the sides. Now what's really neat, if you wrap your colors around the sides, so the yellows and the oranges, and then you use a black Sharpie and you write a special message all the way around the canvas, especially if you're painting it for someone else. So you do your normal signature, but on the sides you just you write a little special message right around the border side of the canvas. That's pretty neat. I've done that quite a few times. I love doing that. Makes it extra special. A cute quote or something that that person always says that makes you happy. I think I want to maybe give this one away when I'm done to someone. We'll do the same with, like I do with the rest of the paint nights. When we have 10 people tell me that they're ready to move on, then we'll move on to the next step. So I'll give you a few minutes to go on with your backgrounds, but if you're ready, just type ready in the comments and post it, and then I'll know where we are. I can paint really fast, but I don't have to today. We have an hour and this painting goes pretty fast. Look at these pros at blending. All ready to go. I love it. Corin, Rhiannon, Tasman, Sandy, Vanessa, Claire. We have 63 people online painting. Not ready yet, don't start. And Ron is ready to move on. Hi, we're watching from Winnipeg. Hi, I can't wait to paint later with the kids. When the kids are in bed. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. Who? What? Amber, yes. Alma's also ready. Zainab is actually ready. So 2 more and then we'll move on. In the meantime, I'll pour my black paint. Does black paint make you guys nervous? I hear so many people when they message me after the session, they go, Frida, when we got to the black paint, I got a little nervous. Look at these things that form on the tubes because I don't clean it up. Maybe a little more. Hi, Shvita. Hi, Candice. She's from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. All right. So 1 more ready and then I'm moving on. Mum's not painting, Mum's resting. Mum hurt her back last week, so she's had a rough week. So she's resting. She's not down here. She hasn't painted with me for a little bit. We'll get her back into it. Malvina's ready. Andrea's okay. So we're gonna move on. So painting the black, I like to do the land masses in the back first, so the little mountains, and you can do anything you want to. So if you want to look up a specific area where you like to go, maybe just Google the view and copy that, you can do that, or you can just copy me. So today I'm going to do a little bit more because I have a much bigger canvas, but you are literally just going to do a baseline. So we're going to use our small brush and we're going to sketch it out, whatever you want in the back there, and then you're just going to paint it all black. So don't worry about shading or which brush, whichever works for you. So I'm going to use this one. Hi there, we have Alberta. Agnieszka, sorry if I messed up your name. Oh, thank you, Karen. So I wet my brush first, just a little bit of water. What is this with me leaving my brushes in the water? Don't leave your brushes in the water. It's not good for your brushes. Wet my brush, pick up some black paint. And I like to hold my brush a little bit further back so I don't have too much control if you're clinging it like that. Too much stress, just kind of hold it a little back. Don't have no expectations, kind of let the brush do its thing as you drag it out. A little bit of planning. So I want my dad figure, my little guy, and his older brother or sister sitting over here. So they're going to be over there. And as high as about half my canvas, or maybe a little higher. So I want some mountains on this side here, so I'm going to play over there, and I want some on that side. So I'm just going to drag it out here, like that, and just kind of pull it in like that. Remember to breathe while you do this. We are super late. Is it just yellow and some red to make the orange? If you don't have orange, then just mix up some orange with a little bit of red with the yellow. But I did a lot of yellow on my canvas, and then I added some red to the top and a little bit of orange Michelle just to blend it in. DJ and Dad is here today. Hi T, that's awesome. So I did this on this side, and then I'm going to do it on that side. So my dark is going to be here, and then my little figures over there. So I'm just going to go, let's say over here, and they don't have to be the same height. The one could be further away than the other one. So don't worry about measuring that they be at the same height. And the line doesn't have to be straight either, because as an island has the curves in the landmass, is curves the right word? I don't know. You'll see those shapes in there. It doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line. Very loose with a brush. The other thing, when you start painting it black and your orange and your reds isn't dry and you're picking up some of those colors in the background, the yellows, it's all good. With these hills being so far out, a lot of that color reflects on the mountains. So if it's in there, it's all good. You can leave it in there. Oh, that brush needs a little water. If you want it perfectly black, then go back when it's dry and you can do another coat. See how that's a little see-through? But I like all the yellow that comes through. It adds a little texture. So if I kind of play with it, it looks like rocks. So I use the paint that comes through to create that look like it's a textured mountain. So it's just the sunlight reflecting on that mountain. So it's all good. It's all good. You're having fun. Remember to breathe. I used to say, if you're not having fun, I think you're doing it wrong. Even when I'm painting it black, I am still moving my brush like there's rocks, like the rock formation or the mountains would be, so that there's texture, rough texture, and not straight lines like this, crisscross. So if you are painting all crisscross like that, when you're done with the first coat, then just move your brush over to add a little bit of texture that's more like landscape instead of straight lines and brush strokes. Well, that was fun. I'm going to bring it closer to show you. AJ and T is checking in. Well, hello there. So can you see all the texture? I'm not sure if you can see. Sometimes the light's good. Sometimes it's not that good. That is it. If you do want a little bit more texture, you can sometimes use the back end of your brush and kind of scratch into the paint, because you have that yellow in the background and you scratch in with the back end of the brush. It kind of brings out a little bit of that yellow. If you want to add some fun highlights on there, if you have gold paint, you can use gold afterwards to add some highlights into the mountain and maybe on Dad's hat and his shoulder with a little bit of gold here and there, even in the water, like little lines of gold. If you're doing a night scene, if you're doing that blue one, you can use silver paint instead of like grays or stuff like that. Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry. The replay is normally better. Sometimes the lives freeze, but it records properly. So when I post it, it will be a little bit better. And I'll give you some time to do that, and then we're going to move on to our doc and our dad, or it could be mom, whoever you want to. If you prefer, I have a beautiful photo of my husband and my oldest son when he was about 2 years old, standing next to the ocean with fishing rods. My son was so cute, he had this big tummy and he was holding it like that. And I want to print that out and then create a silhouette like that with the two of them on a, not the sunset, but a midnight scene, because it was a nighttime fishing session we went on. It's just the cutest photo. But if you want to do that, you print your photo, use carbon paper to trace it out onto your canvas, and then just paint it all black. It's so neat. Rashmi, a closer look, please. There you go. That's the water. That's the mountains. You can do a series of these too. Have a bunch of small canvases with different, all sunset colors, but different scenes on it. You're welcome, Rashmi. All right, type in ready when you're ready to go. And then I can show you how to paint these little guys. We got 1 ready, 2 readies, 3 readies. I think a lot of you are ready. 4, 5. Kim is ready. Painting Porto Cove, thanks for the landscape suggestion. You're welcome, Andrea. I hope you share your photo. I can't wait to see it. Ron is very ready. Patricia's ready. Andrea's ready. Oh, I think we're all ready. Okay, so when you do this, you're gonna go, don't go too high up. Don't go grab a ruler. We don't want ruler lines on here. Oh, Lynn, we've been busy for a while. There's lots of readies. Okay, I love your sunset. Thank you. Lynn, we're close to the end now. Yes. All right. So we're gonna start off by just painting the dark here. So use your small brush, and when I pick up paint with this brush, I just push down into the black paint. I roll it a little bit, but get the bristles back together, and then we're gonna start drawing it out. You don't want to go too high. I want to focus more on these guys, so I'm going to paint it quite low down. Just do a little line like that. Remember to breathe. While you do this, you're here for fun, right? And then I do the lines out, but they're not going to be straight. You don't want it straight like that, because you're looking from back, way back there, so it's going to have a little bit of an angle like that. And you're going to paint it all black. I'm just using a bigger brush, makes it a little easier. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Yes, I'll post it right after. Thanks, Malvina. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to show you how to do these shapes. You're going to have a little fun with it, so don't be too hard on yourself. I'm not going to, I don't teach drawing, but I'm able to show you how to create these little shapes so that it looks like people fishing. Right, so we're going to start off with Dad, this guy over here. We're going to start off with him. So he's in the middle of the dog, and we're just going to do a rectangle that goes up like that, and then we're going to add in a little bit of the bum here, a little bit of the leg. We're going to give him a sleeve. We're going to do it a little bit like that. So you're not going to, we're not going to sketch out too much or do any of that, or we'll be here the whole day. Hi, Heather, and thank you. Okay. So I'm going to start off, and I don't want to go too high with him, so I'm going to go over here. And he'll have rounded shoulders, so I don't want to go too square. That's step one. On this side over here, I'm doing a little bit of a line out. That's like where he's sitting, a little bit of a bum. See on the side there? And this is his leg on this side. And then I'm going to give him a sleeve on this side too. So I'm going to go out here. Kind of drag it this way and then back in. Oh, look at that. There we go. It's not that easy to paint in the air. And then for the head, over here, you're going to do a little shape like this. You're just going to go up like that. And then you're going to add little ears on the side. So go like this. Oh, that's a little big because I'm looking from this side, but that's something that you want to do. When you make it all black, it all comes together. Look at that guy. Right, so that's that part over here. Or you could give him a hat. You could just draw kind of the pet that he has, baseball cap that he has on, just that little line. And then to do the little ones, you're going to do the same. I normally start off with a square little shape, and then I do the little legs on the side, and then for the head, this one has a bigger hat on. Very cute. That little one over here, that's a little shape like this. I'm gonna do a little thing like that, and then you can do a little leg out like this, and then just a round little head. Don't overthink it. Don't make it too perfect. Just have fun with it. And just the tip of your brush. You don't want to use too much paint. Remember to breathe. Are you guys breathing? And remember to stand back. Hi Crystal, it sounds like a fun day if you've been painting all day. Yes, I'm posting it right after so you can catch up. My dad's leg is a little wild, but that's okay. You can always use a pencil to sketch it out if you find too hard to just jump in with the brush too. And then the little guy is a little closer to Dad. Oh, he's not, oh, he's little. He's small enough. Little boy, yes, it's that shape here. And then I actually added a little bit of a shadow on that side too, but that's what it looks like. There he is. So do this, the bigger shape first, and then add that little bit. And with him, there isn't much of a neck. The kind of circle just kind of sits right on top of that. You're not painting people, you're just making marks and creating little shapes. Very different to sketching, because there you'll go into each little bit, but I kind of just wing these little guys. They always look a little different every time I paint them. And then for the fishing rods, I use my brush, my small round, but now when I pick up paint, I push down with the brush to push the bristles all together, like that. See how flat it is? And then just by putting it down in the same direction, you'll be dragging the same direction as you made it flat, so horizontally, and you'll get thin lines. If you turn it the other way, you're going to get a thick line. If you have a brush with very little hair, sometimes it's hard to work with a heavy-bodied acrylic paint on a brush with little hair. So then I'll take a little bit of water and kind of thin out the paint a little bit so that it's not too heavy on the brush. Make it flat, and then you'll get your thin line too. A little bit easier that way. And then you can just decide whose fishing rod is curved the most, who's catching the fish, and then you can just draw them. So this one comes out above the head. Dad's is slightly curved this way, and the little guy's is that way. So they all have their spots they're fishing in. We used to go fishing so much with the kids. We all had our own kayaks. We used to fish from kayaks. So we'll all spread out, and the one boy's over there, the other one's over there, I'm over here, and husband's over there. And then we'll come together and tie the kayaks together, and then we'll fish together, and then we'll split up again. Can you show the littlemost kid again? Yes, I can. There you go. That one. And I drew it out like that. So I did this little shape with rounded shoulders, added that, and then the round little head. It literally sits right on top. Little kids don't have necks. That's what it looked like. A little bit different this time. There's my lines. Look at these guys having fun. You're welcome, Byron. I love the artwork so much. Thank you. So that's the painting for today. It went so fast. These silhouette paintings are really easy to do, so much fun to do. You can do city scenes, you can do people just standing next to the beach. You can, it's so neat when you scroll through your old photos, take them out. You can either use a tracing paper to trace it out, or make a photocopy and then use tracing. They're so fun. You can make them so personal. I'm going to try to do this with my boy and his step-grandpa and my boy's service dog. That's so neat, Crystal. How did you do the hat? This one's hat. Oh, you're welcome. Glad you had fun. So for the hat, I'd say it's round little shape like that, slightly going out, and then something like that. And then you make it all black. So it's rounded at the top and then just that little bit here. If you want to do like a baseball cap, I would just add like a, so the legs on this side, you can always just add a little line in there, and that would make that a baseball cap for that little guy. Thank you for a fun afternoon. Hoping your mom feels better. Thank you so much. So right after this event, I post a photo of myself and the painting. So under that, please share your photos. I'd love to see it. If you want to do a review, if you had fun, let me know how much fun you had. You can post your photos there too. And if you want to look up my membership, I'll post the link to that, where you'll have access to loads of paintings. It's only about a month and a half old, the memberships, but there's already more than 20 paintings in there. So I'll share that with you too. So thank you for joining me. Happy Father's Day, and I hope everyone is doing well. Take care of yourself and be kind to yourself and those around you. I'll see you soon. Thank you.